State of emergency. Police fire tear gas at rioting migrants chanting Allah Akbar, trying to break through Hungarian border. What's going on, guys? MaKaElectric. It's Friday the 18th of September 2015. Been watching this refugee crisis for a while now, and this takes the Operation Blackjack, Jericho scenario to a whole new level. A whole new level. You know, my heart goes out to the people who are honestly trying to escape a violent situation, but for the purposes of this video, I'm much more concerned about the underlying agenda that I believe is to move ISIS or Derka or Al-Qaeda members, whatever you want to call them, into position to carry out a massive, possibly nuclear false flag in the United States, Europe, Canada, Mexico, what have you. For those not aware of the Operation Blackjack scenario, I will include those links at the bottom. But first up, link from Breitbart. This article here, they got a video report. Hungarian police opened fire with tear gas against 1,500 rioting migrants who are attempting to break through country's border fence. Migrants have been chanting Allah Akbar while pelting police officers with missiles, including really big rocks, bottles, even food. This is just a terrible situation. This is actually one small incursion of all the incursions going on all over the place over there. I'll put a link to this. I got a second link. Eurozone collapses, borders erected across Europe. This September 13th from a backup website. Now we got this. Are these people coming to America? Well, Obama orders that America take in 70,000 Islamic refugees, but now John Kerry says that number will be 100,000 Muslims. Be prepared for ISIS massacres to happen in the United States soon. That's September 10. No doubt these people are on the way here. Probably a lot more than 100,000. Who knows how many are already here because of our open southern border, or border that does not exist. You know, this sets the stage for the false flag. I've been called a fearmonger for years, for warning that this event may be coming. You know, they take care of so many problems with a false flag of this magnitude. They wipe out the debt, they take the guns, they force vaccinate. Let me just go through a bunch more links. Saudi Arabia has 100,000 air-conditioned tents sitting empty. Still won't take Syrian refugees, though. I wonder why not. That's September 15th from the Washington Times. However, they are contributing. Check this out. The Daily Caller. Saudi buys Yale Law School a new Sharia law center. A new Sharia law center. Sharia law in America? You said it couldn't happen, huh? Saudi Arabia offers to Germany 200 mosques. One for every 100 refugees who arrived last weekend. So Saudi Arabia will not take in refugees, but they're going to give a Sharia law school in America, and they're offering Germany, they're offering to build 200 mosques in Germany. Okay. Director of National Intelligence warns ISIS, let's just call them the Derka, may infiltrate Syrian refugees. No crap. That's exactly what I'm worried about. That is the underlying agenda, in my opinion, to move these people into position. That from Breitbart. Got another one. Lebanese minister to British Prime Minister, 1 in 50 Syrian refugees in Europe could be ISIS jihadist. Really? That's September 15th. No crap. Probably a lot more than 1 in 50, or 1 in 15, or whatever he said. Probably 1 out of 2. West crying for refugees with one eye, aiming gun with the other, says Assad. Full interview from RT. Yep, the agenda is also to take out Assad. We all know that. You know, who do we bomb after nuclear weapons go off in America, in Europe, in Canada, Mexico, Iran, Syria, China? Iran and Syria right there. China, I don't know about. Refugees, look at this. Who's giving guns to these people? Refugee aid ships full of weapons. Greek Coast Guard stops weapons smuggling as they pose as refugees to enter the EU. Live leak. They got video, plenty of information on it. Now, getting to Iran, because if you remember Jericho, Season 2, Episode 1, the financing and bombs were supplied by the Iranian and North Korean government. Well, here you go. Dick Cheney comes out and says, well, he was going to know because he is on the inside. Dick Cheney says Iran will nuke America. This InfoWars, September 8, 2015. Fear-mongering piece perhaps, but important because look at the next one. North Korea says they are ready to respond to U.S. hostility with nuclear weapons at any time. September 16. Now, that really doesn't mean much because North Korea is always threatening to blow up the earth. But look at the next article. Let's tie those two together. CIA watching for Iranian nuclear collaboration with rogue states like North Korea. Again, Jericho, Season 2, Episode 1. Iranian and North Korean government. There it is right there. Washington Times, brand new article. Your thoughts? Surprising number of Americans. Now look, are they ready to light the fuse and blow out America? Just like what are you doing, Goodfellas, when you can't borrow another buck? You burn the joint out. Look at this. An article comes out on September 11th of all dates. Surprising number of Americans would support a military takeover of the U.S. government. Personal Liberty puts this. I just think that's an interesting article to come out. Like the U.S. government would ever let that happen. They would rather light the fuse, in my opinion. Guns.com. What else happens in Operation Blackjack and Jericho? Second Amendment is gone. Well, there's always... Look at this. Boston mails legal gun owners an official warning, offers to buy their gun. 9/10/2015. You know, vaccines, forced vaccines in both Operation Blackjack and Jericho. Here you go. Health Impact News puts this out. September 17th. New federal vaccine mandate proposed. All shots required. No personal exemptions. You think forced vaccines can't happen? All you need is the right false flag, man. You know, tying all this back to Operation Blackjack, the MI5. Look at this. MI5 boss warns plots are at a 40-year high. Right now is the highest time of terror threat in the past 40 years, is what the MI5 is saying. If you remember in Operation Blackjack, watch for the MI5 to put the terror level in Europe to critical. If that happens, it would be my advice, of course I can't prove anything was going to happen either way, but that happens in Jericho just before the nukes go off. So if that happens, my advice would be to get away from metropolitan cities. Watch the MI5 terror level. Again, you know, just heads up on that. Now, he is also calling for, look at this, Andrew Parker backs new powers to allow security forces to monitor the internet as he gives live broadcast interview. They need more power. They need more authority to monitor people. Let me remind you of the last thing Edward Snowden said in the interview. I know people have differing opinions of Edward Snowden. Your opinion of Edward Snowden is a moot point. You need to listen to what he's telling you at the end of his interview, because that is exactly what's happening. I'll put a link. I'll start it right at the point I want you to hear what he's saying. He predicts what the MI5 guy just asked for. More power, more authority. And in the end of all of this, there will be nothing we can do to oppose it, and it will be tyranny. Again, regardless of what you think about Ed Snowden, you better watch the last 2 minutes of that interview. Listen to what he's telling you. These are very vital times. I've given you a lot of information in this video. Maybe Operation Blackjack Jericho happens, maybe it doesn't. But I am certainly vigilant forever looking for this event. And right now, the refugee crisis is the perfect green light, in my opinion. If that scenario is at all set up, watch out, people. Remain vigilant. Please tell me your thoughts. Please rate this video. Please pass it around. Make people aware. And while the mainstream media is busy keeping you entertained with these debates and what Trump said, and oh my God, he said this and that, I watched the debate too for mere entertainment purposes only. Because I know the next commander-in-chief, whoever they are, has already been chosen by the people who are really in charge of this country. An amazing thing happens every 4 years. People actually think we're going to vote the bastards out and vote the right ones in. Those of us who are awake know that person's already been chosen, and it doesn't matter anyway, because that person's just there to read the teleprompter. But they'll keep you entertained. Yes, they will. While all this other stuff is going on in the background. Wall-to-wall coverage on Donald Trump. In my opinion, still very possible that this massive false flag could go, and I certainly hope we never see this. I do not have fun making these videos, but I make them because I have a bad feeling. They wipe out the debt, they take the guns, they force vaccinate, everything we've been talking about for years. Tell me your thoughts. You guys take care, stay safe, remain vigilant always. I will see you on the next one.